Welcome to aminacademy.com. In organic chemistry, let us discuss about organic elements. There are 6 major elements that are found in every organic molecules on Earth. These are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur and phosphorus. Here these are 6 main elements in any hydrocarbon molecules. Without these 6 elements, no organic molecules would exist in the world. Since all organic molecules have one or more of these elements present, it can be said that these 6 elements represent an essential part of every single organic molecule on the planet. Here, in that we will do the detail for every elements. Here, carbon. All living organisms are based on carbon, which also makes up all of our energy molecules, sugars and fat. This contains carbon. This means we are made of and get energy from the same stuff of plants, animals and bacteria. In addition to forming long chain, that is a polymers, to make complex molecules such as protein. Protein is one of the complex molecules in our body. Carbon can form rings that make chemicals called carbohydrates that act as a major source of fuel for all living things. We call them sugars. So even though you might not share DNA with your mouse or avocado, you do share basic chemistry. What element is found in every organic molecules? That is, first we carbonated, next is oxygen. Organic molecules are large and diverse class of molecules that are composed entirely of carbon and hydrogen, meaning they are both classified as hydrocarbons. Carbon and hydrogen together it's called carbohydrates. Hydrocarbons can be any combination of carbon atoms bonded to hydrogen atoms, but all hydrocarbons contain at least one oxygen atom somewhere within their molecular structure. While all organic molecules must contain at least one atom of oxygen, it does not necessarily have to be bound directly to a hydrogen or carbon atom. There are many other combinations that can create an oxygen containing bond, including between multiple carbon or hydrogens with oxygen, that is C2O is single bond here, or carboxyls, that is COOH. Next, talk about hydrogen. What element is found in every organic molecules in addition to its status as an essential part of water? Hydrogen has a number of other vital uses. It serves as an important part of acids and bases. An important part of acids and bases is hydrogen. It is used for helium balloons. It's used to manufacture ammonia and hydrochloric acid, which are both necessary for industry. Here, ammonia and hydrochloric acid is necessary part in the chemical industry. That is, hydrogen is used to produce them. It is used in petroleum to make compounds such as gasoline, kerosene, diesel fuel and many others. In short, you could say that hydrogen powers our world. Hydrogen is very important part of this world. Next, phosphorus. Phosphorus can be discovered in any number of modern applications, including all natural medicines. Phosphates have an important role to play within organic compounds. This is because phosphorus compounds are essential for several aspects of cell function and growth. That means our body function is based on cell function and its growth is based on phosphorus. All living organisms contain at least some phosphorus compounds. That being said, let's take a moment to review why phosphorus makes up an essential compounds of organic molecules. It's certainly time well spent. Next, about hydrogen. There is nitrogen in DNA, RNA, proteins and amino acids. Then these things, main part is the nitrogen, that is DNA or RNA, protein and amino acids have nitrogen main part. In fact, almost all organic molecules contains it. Nitrogen constitutes 78% of our Earth's atmosphere and makes up 1/5 of our body weight. Our 1/5 of our body weight is nitrogen. And though nitrogen gas was discovered around 1772 by Scottish physician Daniel Rutherford, it was not isolated until 1844 by German chemist Hermann von Helmholtz, which means there are plenty of chemists who thank him for their career each time they go to work, because that much importance. Nitrogen is that much important in our body structure as well as that other things necessary. You can't see nitrogen or smell it, but you can detect its presence with our tongue as mouth feel. When drinking a glass of beer or wine, you can feel it, this nitrogen gas. So enjoy that as you are contemplate what we just told you about nitrogen. Next is sulfur. A Latin root of sulfur means resembling brimstone or sulphurous. It has a pungent, suffocating odor, that is, it's a bad odor, and historically was used as a fumigant. It was an important building block for organic compounds because it is ability to form 4 bonds with other atoms. Sulfur makes 4 bonds with other atoms. In addition to being one of only 5 elements that are active catalysts, that is coenzyme A, sulfur can be thought of as part of 2 important groups: alkaline earth metals and oxygen containing compounds, because it combines with oxygen to form sulfate. Sulfate is more useful in fertilizers. In 16th century, Swiss physician Paracelsus introduced a division between elemental substances and all other chemical substances which could not be resolved into element. Next we will talk about carbon ring. A very common ring structure contains 6 carbon atoms in a ring, each bonded in a tetrahedral arrangement, as in a hydrocarbon cyclohexane, that is C6H12. Such ring structures are often very simply represented as a regular polygon in which each apex represents a carbon atom and the hydrogen atoms that. Here this is a carbon ring with each carbon have 4 bonded with others. Next, benzene ring. We will talk about benzene ring. Benzene is a colorless liquid with a characteristic order of formula C6H6. Here, look this about your carbon ring. Each corner is connected with hydrogen. Look at this. Here, each carbon contains 4 bonds. 1 bond with hydrogen and 2 bond with other carbon and 1 bond with other carbon. This is a benzene ring. Simply you can write benzene ring like. Benzene is a colorless liquid with characteristic color order of formula C6H6. Benzene is a closed ring of 6 carbon atoms linked by bonds that alternate between single and double bonds. Each carbon atom is bounded by a single hydrogen atom. Benzene melts at very low temperature, that is 5.5 degrees Celsius. Boils at 80.1 degrees Celsius. Benzene is the simplest organic aromatic hydrocarbon. Benzene is one of the elementary petrochemicals and natural constituent of crude oil. In petrochemicals and crude oil, the benzene is a natural constituent of it. It has a gasoline-like odor and is a colorless liquid. Benzene is a highly toxic and in nature it is highly toxic and carcinogenic in nature. It is primarily used in the production of polystyrene. Benzene is very useful to produce polystyrene, basic element. Basic molecule is a polystyrene. Next, benzene is a natural occurring substance produced by volcanoes and forest fires and present in many plants and animals. Discovery of benzene. The word benzene derives historically from gum benzoin, sometimes called benjamin. Gum benzoin was known as an aromatic resin. Michael Faraday, an English scientist, first discovered benzene in eliminating gas. Next, we will talk about branches. A molecule or polymer with a non-linear backbone is a branches. Branches sprout from one or more atoms of the main skeleton or from monomers along the chain of polymer. Here, for example, 2,2-dimethylaxine is a branched hydrocarbon. Here, molecular skeleton is bonded to at most 2 other carbons. Look at here. Here, this is a 2,2-dimethylhexane. This is a branching point. Each carbon having a branching point of other elements. Now, so far we discussed about benzene, carbon ring, and about main 6 elements of hydrocarbon. We have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.